Yo, what up, guys? I'm here. I'm alive. A lot has happened this month. Hopefully the air conditioner is not gonna really bother you guys too much, but I need the air conditioner for my arm. As you can see, there's a scar right there. So I almost died going to Evo 2023. I was super excited. I had everything ready to go. I had some new products and everything, but I ended up almost dying going to Evo. So I'm just gonna get started. This story, I'm just gonna get started pretty much like from beginning to end, and then I put some pictures of my whole progress. Yeah, so the way it started is pretty much I was headed to Evo. I was at the Fitching Freeway. I drive like good, right, for it's almost exactly 4 hours to get there, right? When I got to Las Vegas, literally I was gonna make one more stop just to get gas. This is my recollection, all right? I could be wrong because I don't know, like I could be wrong, but I remember almost everything. And my recollection is I was in the middle. I was in the middle lane of the freeway. There was not that cars in front of me or in the lane next to me, right? But I had to slow down because I was going by 80. I was going pretty fast, like 80 on the second lane is pretty fast. So I had to start slowing down to go to the first lane and then slow down more and more and more in order to exit out perfectly nice and neat. Well, I was doing that. My plan was going very well, you know, just regular exit out of the freeway. But this car out of nowhere just broke really hard. Out of nowhere. Either the car in front of him wasn't paying attention or he wasn't paying attention. So it came like a whole domino effect, right? So it was still, of course, obviously it's my fault because I was still going too fast. I was slowing down. I hit like 70 and I was going to like 60, 65, like 65, 60, stuff like that. I was like slowing down, but I didn't have enough time. I thought I had enough time to slow down, but I didn't. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna just brake hard and hope for the best. I broke hard, like I just broke hard. My car started swerving. I'm like, oh, like okay. If I go to the left lane, there's literally no cars, possibly. But again, you know when you switch lane, usually the cars behind you just pass you to go faster. So I didn't know. Like a millisecond, I went left, then I was like, no. I need to go right because I can't hit nobody, right? That's like my concern. So, and then also because I'm from California, usually going right is the best option because it's usually like a flat surface, you know, like a dirt surface, and you're like, oh, my car is gonna get a little bit messed up, or you know, something like not that crazy, right? Well, in Vegas, it's not like that. There's a hill. So when I realized there was a hill, I was like, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening to me. So when I went right, my car flipped like 3 times or so. It felt like 3 times. When I realized what was happening, and I was still awake the whole time, by the way, guys, I didn't get knocked out. My headphones flew, because I usually wear my headphones to get the Bluetooth to hear the directions and all that kind of stuff. Everything was just flying, crush everything, like glass, all this stuff, right? My glasses flew off, or I don't know what happened to my glasses. That's kind of crazy just thinking about it right now. There was blood dripping from my head because on this side of my head, I believe, this side right here, where I got like 7 stitches. So there's like seven little cuts, 1 big cut. One's still healing to this day while we're recording this video. And then I had like a big bruise right here, like a big bruise. My eyeballs, oh my God, I just voice cracked. My eyeballs were like blood red, like a vampire. Like no joke, guys. My eyeballs were blood red like a vampire. I think I have some pictures so you guys can see. You guys will be able to see some of my blood. So I'll post those pictures right now. But yeah, they were bloody, like they were like, oh my God, right? But then I was trying to move my left hand. I was trying to move it, right? And the only part I felt was this part, like, you know, this, and it cut off because this part was broken, by the way. And then before I even know, because I was trying to move my hand, I was like, what the hell? Why can't I move my hand? My left hand was actually stuck under the car. My left hand, the most precious thing in my world, I guess you could say, because I'm an artist, was stuck under the car, and my hand was broken. which I didn't know at the time. It was like because adrenaline didn't really like it wasn't hurting a lot, but it was insane. I was like, oh, and then I don't know. I gotta be grateful to the people that were around me, because people just went there and just saw me and they took me out within like 10 15 minutes, like super fast. Ambulance got there super quick, and before I realized, I was butt naked in the ambulance. The reason they had to do that is because they had to cut my LWO sweater, which I will miss that sweater, but they had to cut everything, like not the shoes or anything like that. They took everything off. But the reason why is because they had to feel my whole body if I had broken anything, ribs, like internal bleeding, etc. But I had my seatbelt on. Luckily, my seatbelt saved my ass. If I didn't have my seatbelt on, I could have been dead. Like legitimately dead. Because when you guys see the pictures of the car, the driver's side was completely crushed. So if I didn't have my seatbelt on, I wouldn't be here today. I truly believe that. The driver's side of the car was completely crushed compared to the passenger side. But yeah, so they literally just cut everything up. I was completely naked. My arm was like, I didn't feel it. I didn't know what was going on with my arm at that time. They got me to the hospital. They put me like on a cast, like a simple cast right now. And so what was happening was, like, they put a cast, they put me on some meds like quickly as possible. And before I realized, like, I guess they were waiting for me to get to surgery right away, because my hand was crushed under the car. So they had to go surgery right away. And this is where, like, my lowest point of depression, of mentally like low I ever felt in my whole entire life. Because because I was awake the whole time. My body was sore, obviously. It was really messed up. I couldn't go to the bathroom. Piss, poop. One, number two, couldn't do it. I don't know, because I was nervous, adrenaline rush, or so many other things. And then at this point, I didn't even know my art supplies and art things survived, by the way. Like, I don't know anything that's going on with my car. Somehow, though, I will say this right away, my phone survived. The one thing that got messed up, it's like there's a little line on top of the screen. It's like a little black and goes a little cross. That's it. Honestly, I'll take that any day. Because the phone, I know it's gonna sound funny, but the phone really helped me escape reality. It really did throughout the whole hospital thing. But all right, guys, so I'm gonna tell you guys my experience in hospital. So this is not like the hospital's fault, it's more of the patients around me. So what happened is I couldn't go to the bathroom, but I felt it, right? I tried pushing because they gave me like one of those, like, oh, here, I actually bought one right now because I need to use it, because sometimes I don't want to get up and I just want to, you know, do my business. I tried to use it. No, nothing was coming out, even though I was full of liquid, like full liquid. What I didn't know, they have something for that. They get a pouch, and within this pouch, it's like a long little needle. It's not like a needle where like it pokes you like to blood, but it's more of like a needle where they have to put it in your penis hole. And when I tell you it hurts, it hurts. But after that, it doesn't hurt. It feels so weird of going to the bathroom without you even doing anything within that pouch. And I had to do that at least 4 or 5 times throughout my whole hospital visit. I had to train myself and exercise within my hospital bed so I don't have to use that. I'll post a picture of like how it looks, but yeah, like at the time I couldn't go to the bathroom anyways. I wasn't even eating a lot. I was just like drinking water for the most part. I was exercising in my bed, you know, just moving my legs, arms, anything I can in order not to like become what do you want to call it, like very stiff and, you know, very like sore and very where like it'll be very hard later on in the hospital where I couldn't even get up, kind of thing, right? So I worked out a little bit, like just worked out my legs and all that as much as I could. So because I knew my mentality has to be strong, I knew my body has to be strong, but so I could get out of the hospital as soon as possible, right? But then my surgery happened, and oh my god, I was so scared and nervous because it was the first time I ever had surgery in my life. They put me under. Before I realized, I woke up, I was like, what just happened? And I was like very, very drowsy, nausea, throw up, all that kind of stuff, right? Because at that time I was very heavily medicated. And then this is where things got worse, because they told me, so this is about the 5th or something like that, right? 5th or 6th at that time. They told me, we have another surgery to do for your hand on the 10th. I'm like, are you telling me I have to stay here for another 4 or 5 days? Right? Like, are you telling me that? Like, what? Right? And that was one of the lowest, because the hospital was so depressing, guys. So I called my dad. I was really mad, but obviously, like, you know, it is what it is, kind of thing, right? Luckily, something did get me a little bit of relief on that day, though. My dad told me that I didn't hurt anybody. That I didn't make it out of the car crash. I didn't hurt anybody. And when I tell you, when I cried, because when I heard that, holy hell, I cried. Because I was so relieved. I was so relieved that I didn't hurt anybody, man. Like, it's kind of weird, but it's like one of the best feelings in the world for me, right? Like at that time. You can say, oh my god, you don't want, like, I didn't want, like, because it was still back in my head, man. You don't like, like that conscience of like, damn, I may have hurt somebody, or even worse, kill somebody by accident. Oh my god, like, I'm even right now, I'm so super happy about that, even though I'm in this condition right now. Anyway, so after all that, they changed me to this room with this goddamn old guy. This old guy made my whole the first like night after the surgery to get better worse. This guy couldn't shut the F up. He couldn't shut up. He was very complaining about everything. He called everybody on his phone for like all the time. And he couldn't stop talking about his diarrhea. He couldn't stop talking about it. He just couldn't stop. He made the light keep going on and on and on and on. Like, there's at one point where, like, bro, just shut up, man. Like, I lost patience with him. So I told the nurse, like, please get me out of this room. Change me. Put me somewhere else. And they were like, yeah, I know. We're gonna get you out. You're not the only one, but like, we tried, but yeah, you're not the only one. Because this guy was like non-stop, not shutting up, describing his, you know, his stuff. I couldn't even eat because of that. I couldn't even sleep very well. I couldn't have done anything. Then they changed me to a different room. To this guy who really snored a lot. And oh my god. And what I mean by snore, it was hard. Extremely hard. Obviously, I couldn't go to sleep. But I honestly, it was better than the other guy, like 70% better. I'm about to put a percentage. Why am I putting a percentage? But yeah, this guy did complain about me because I had my my phone on and I was watching a lot of stuff on my phone. Like I said, my phone literally saved my ass of like escaping reality a lot. My phone did that, and I know it's funny saying that, but it really did do that. It got me through like everything, like just watching stuff, Netflix, YouTube, streams, anything. Like, it just got me through it. But this guy was complaining, so I asked my dad, can you just like get my headphones or buy me some headphones like Bluetooth, so I could just listen to it on my headphones and stuff. So that's what my dad ended up doing. Like I told him like because this guy will not stop complaining about that. Anyways, the rest of the time there, I just started exercising, going to the bathroom, learning to go into the bathroom by myself. I felt embarrassed a lot of times here and there because when you have to poop, I couldn't get up to that. Like I couldn't get up for almost a week. Because my arm was like, at the time I thought it was fractured, but it was actually broken as well. And so they had to, I had to like lift myself up on my legs and my butt. They had to put like a tub thingy, whatever, like I forgot what they're called, so I could like go do number 2. And then what they had to do, they had to clean me like a baby. Like literally they had to clean me. At that point I was like, you know what, I just don't care no more. I'm sorry, I just don't, like, I didn't feel embarrassed anymore. I didn't feel like uncomfortable anymore. I was just, at that point I was just get over this kind of thing. But yeah, after that the 10th came. Then I had my last surgery on my trauma arm, this part right here. So everything pretty much went well overall, what they told me. They did like some type of plastic surgery, but they didn't do any skin grab. And by skin grab I mean they didn't get any other skin within my thighs or anything like that. They just put like a plastic thing on it. And I think the big reason was that the decision of that is because I told them I don't care about scars, just fix my hand. Like I legit told them that I don't care about scars, and I still don't care to this day. I don't care about a scar. Just fix my hand, please. This is a big deal for me. I don't care about like having like non-scar hand or what. Like I don't care. Just fix my hand, please. That's what I told them, and so I guess that's what they kind of went for, which hey, that's what I asked for. But oh my god, the stress about getting out there was like very like high alert, right? Because the surgery went in the morning. I had to rest about an hour or 2 when I woke up to get out over the nausea, walk around, etc., stuff like that. At this point also I didn't wash my hair for like a week too. It was like blood, dirt, you name it. It was disgusting. So at the time I had to call so many numbers because Las Vegas, for obvious reasons, they couldn't let me go until I had appointments for my primary doctor, a doctor for my hand, and also to have surgery for this part too as well because it's broken. And I had to do that. I did that all in one day. I don't know how I did it to this day, but I did that all in one day. So yeah, I did all of that, and then that's when I left. That's when I left Las Vegas on the 10th, the same day I got surgery. I felt so relieved, mentally, physically, like everything was a lot better, obviously. But I wasn't like, you know, not 100%, but you get the idea. But that wasn't it. As soon as I got home, I know there's a lot of things to do. I made appointments with my doctors, this and that, and it took a long time. But like, you know, this part right here, I recently got it fixed like 2-3 days ago. I lived with a broken arm for almost a month. Like this part, I almost lived with a broken arm for almost a month. You can see a scar there, so no scar there. There's more. There's a couple scars. So this part right here started healing on the 10th. This started healing around like 23rd, 24th. I don't know, one of those days. But yeah, I'm finally in recovery. Pretty much, it just started. Physically I do feel a little bit better. Like I'm not in extremely pain no more. I don't take a lot of pain medication, even though they give me some oxy. I'll show you guys how my hand looks. It's very disgusting, so bear warning, guys. I'll show you guys how my hand looks. It's really disgusting. It's, oh my god, I still can't believe my hand looks like to this day. I can't move my thumb very well. I can't move this finger very well. I can't move this finger very well. And then these two are fractured or broken. One of the two, right? But they told me that my whole arm, this whole area right here to the elbow, I have no broken hand or shatter this part or anything, wrist, anything, nothing. which I was like, what? I mean, that's better than nothing. I mean, the nerve damage is very like worse, obviously, but at least it wasn't nerve damage plus broken bone. You know what I mean? That would have been I mean, I would have been like, yeah, I would never be able to draw ever again. Now at least I have a more of a higher chance to draw again. Maybe not the same, or maybe not the long as I could before, but I could draw again, hopefully. Because as of right now, I can move this more and these 3 fingers a lot more now, a lot better. I'm doing little exercises, nothing too crazy, just little exercises right now. I will be like, to be honest, I am very afraid for the future, because I may be retiring from art in the next year or two. And why I say year or two is because I can still do vector art, and I still have a lot of vector art I could do, and a lot of new art-ish, you know, to showcase stuff like that. But after that, I won't be able to make anything new unless I train my right hand to become my drawing hand, which I am doing that right now. But yeah, I may have to retire from doing art. That's what I'm very afraid for the future. I'm very afraid of who I'm gonna become, because like, I honestly right now I'm not really depressed as much, surprisingly. Maybe because I'm just been distracting myself a lot lately, writing a lot of ideas down, and just somehow just trying to keep myself busy any way I can. I know in 3 months I have to face the music of like finding out if I could draw again or not. And what I mean by that is like, I'm not gonna like be able to pick up things right away, but like my fingers at the time, see how much I can move them within 3 months in time. Now, I know I talked a long time for this already. My whole progress here from where I was to where I am now. I need help, and this is genuine help. I don't really ask for it, but I can't work. I can't work right now. I even lost my car. It's total, and I need help. So I'm asking for people if they could help me out just for 3 months. I'll figure out something out to like try and earn some income any way I can. But for 3 months, at least 3 months, I'm gonna try to find ways to make income. If you guys could help, check out my coffee.com/Jonnyboig. If you guys purchase something, it will take me some time to send it to you, but I will send it to you. Or if you guys want to donate money for hospital bills. As of right now, I'm gonna keep it very blunt, I owe $5,000 plus. Now I don't know if my insurance is gonna take care of it or most of it, or I have no idea. But I have to keep it positive in some way. My hand's hurting right now. Yeah, if you guys could help out $1, $2, whatever, it would be a big help. Next month I should release my Penguin art book digitally, where you guys could purchase it for, you know, to help me out for the hospital bills. And then also, like I said, I'm very honest with you guys. If the money doesn't go towards hospital bills, like say like my insurance luckily covers almost all of it, it's gonna go towards the car, because everybody needs a car and I need to start saving for a new car. So just keep it blunt and honest with you guys. But yeah, that's why I still look like shit. See the scar there. Mentally I'm okay-ish, but like I said, I'm just been in bliss. I've been ignoring a lot of stuff. I've been eating a little bit better, like more healthy wise right now, for obvious reasons. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I'm very afraid for the future. And the one thing I'm hopeful and I'm actually excited about for this year is in 2 months is to go to TwitchCon, because I do have an art booth at TwitchCon, and it is in Vegas. So I don't know how I'm gonna feel about that. Like, am I gonna feel scared? Am I like, there's so many things on top of my head, but it's gonna be in 2 months. In 2 months, my hand should be way more healed by that time, because my arm started healing on the 10th, so it should be like 8 months and 2 weeks of healing the trauma arm. This part right here should be almost healed up, because it said it takes about 8 to 12 weeks. So by the time I hit 8 weeks, this arm should feel a lot better, but not 100%. But yeah, so if you guys want to help out with that, like I said, just go check my coffee. I'm still gonna make content, I'm still gonna be streaming. I just needed a lot of time to heal up, feel a lot better, get through all my surgeries. I had 4 surgeries in total. But I'm gonna get back to work. Gonna find out some new content I can do for this channel. I'm thinking about bringing my art podcast again. Some like art related content and like some game content with like you know, looking at character designs from beginning to end kind of thing, like throughout the years kind of thing, or some other stuff. Like I'm gonna figure out a lot of things, react content, all that kind of thing, just for a little bit. But like I said, I still want to like continue doing what I do. Streaming, I got a lot of react content. I could still do some vector art, and I'll figure out a lot of other things I could do, like play games with one hand or something like that. I'm not gonna give up. I'm not gonna quit. I'm gonna give it my all for 2024 and the rest of 2023. And yeah, that's what I'm gonna do, guys. So yeah, thank you guys again for watching. I almost died. My life is completely changed forever, and it could be completely changed forever in 3 months. It depends how hard I work and how my body heals for my arm. I'm getting a little bit emotional because I may have to quit art. I didn't get through. I mean, there's only a few times I got emotional throughout all this. One, when I got relieved when I didn't hurt anybody. Two, when I told my dad I'm a failure because I don't know what I'm gonna do for work and money and all this kind of stuff right now. And right now, just more sinking in of like, damn, I may not make art ever again, like ever again. Like maybe it's an exaggeration or extreme, but the thing is, I don't know. In 3 months, I will not know. So I'm gonna cherish TwitchCon artist booths, man. Honestly, because that may be one of my last art booths ever in my life that I'm gonna sell traditional art. Like, at least like traditional art is gonna be like gone for the most part. And yeah, I'm gonna do my best. Like I said, I'm gonna keep positive. Sorry I got emotional. I never really get emotional. It's very hard for me to get emotional. But I mean, I almost died. I'm very lucky. My whole body still feels fine. You know, my arm, my legs, my waist, all this kind of stuff. But yeah. I'm gonna end it here, guys. I'll make a new video soon. I'll be streaming this week coming up. I'll say around let me see the schedule, because I do have a doctor's appointment on the 5th. So yeah, I may be streaming on the 31st. On the 31st of this month.
Only surprised me to do it.
I was watching a Ryan video. Sorry about that. Yeah, 31st of this month or earlier. I don't know yet. But yeah, I think that's good for watching. Hope you guys like, subscribe. I make some good content, guys. I have to really get inside my head and really become more creative in that kind of sense. But yeah, I will timestamp all of this stuff. Fair warning on this video as well. I don't know if we skipped it or not. But yeah, I think it's good for watching, guys. I really do appreciate all the support. And if anybody bought something or donated, thank you so much. You guys have been helping me out so much. I'm truly grateful. Thank you guys so much. Peace out, much love. Bye. I don't know if I can reach this.